Introducing Magnes Welsh, keynote speaker and business advisor who leads with the heart. For the past 2 decades, Magnes has traveled the world and learned from leading experts in self-empowerment, heart-centered practices that she has translated for use in business and life. As the president of Magnes Communications, Magnes has advised global companies since 1990 in corporate responsibility, sustainability, reputation management, and corporate communications. She has also helped major corporations and organizations be more accountable in their practices, programs, and reporting for more than 35 years. She also serves on several charity boards, including the Flawless Foundation, Advocates for Children's Mental Health.
Emotions that come up in the workplace boil down to either fear or love. Unfortunately, in today's business climate, there is far too much fear and too little heart, affecting everyone from the CEO to the newest hire. Fear can be a motivator for a time, but it ultimately shuts people down. Hello, I'm Magnes Welsh, and I'm a keynote speaker and business advisor. I have found that bringing more heart into the workplace produces trust, compassion, and genuine concern for yourself, your team, your clients, and customers. Businesses that operate with heart teach their employees to care about the other person's happiness and well-being. In turn, these employees keep their eye on the bottom line, much like the CEO. A sterling example of a leader that follows this philosophy successfully is Gary Kelly, CEO of Southwest Airlines, the only airline that has been profitable every year since 1973. Its New York Stock Exchange ticker symbol is even LOVE, L-U-V. From a start in the state of Texas, as Southwest's website says, our love has spread from coast to coast and border to border thanks to our hardworking employees and their love for customer service. I want to share a story about Stephen, the co-owner of a supplier to the financial services industry. Stephen's customers irked him to no end because they were always complaining. To change that, he decided that he wasn't going to work a single day until he was able to love his customers unconditionally. He changed his leadership style from trying to control his staff and customers to caring about their needs and desires. Within a short time, he saw the benefits of leading from heart instead of fear. His customers, who once seemed adversarial, now had lots of praise for his services, gave him more business, referred other people to him, and even asked how they could help him grow. After he became a leader with heart, his business became a leader in its industry. Like Stephen, everyone who learns to lead with heart can boost morale, increase productivity, and improve customer loyalty. Several years ago, I received an amazing honor that changed my life. The Memphis Zoo named a penguin after me. Yes, Magnes Penguin. Now, as you can imagine, when I first heard this, I didn't believe it. But I read it in the newspaper the next day, and so did a lot of other people. and they started calling me. Why are you laughing? Have you ever had a penguin named after you? A lot of people were jealous of this honor. I think you're jealous. I really do. I was big at the Penguin House. You should have seen her strut when she waddled. She was the cutest and the smartest one. I know everyone says that about their penguin, but it was true. I was the Director of Communications and Public Relations for Kraft Foods in the 1980s. During my 6 years in that role, I became an expert in crisis and employee communications, media relations, and reputation management. And I learned to manage a staff of 17 talented, creative people. I was the first woman that Kraft sponsored in the Executive MBA program at the Kellogg School of Management at Northwestern University. It was an era of product tampering and Tylenol deaths, and I wrote the company's crisis plans and co-chaired the Special Situation Team, a euphemism for the crisis team. One of the most fun parts of my job was being responsible for public relations of the Kraft-sponsored Land Pavilion at Epcot Center. I had a role in the planning of Kraft's branding at the pavilion at Walt Disney World. After I left the company in 1989, I began a different type of journey to stay positive because something was missing in my life. This has led to loving myself, which I work to increase every day, and letting go of tons of judgment and self-criticism. This work has brought incredible new insights, increase of joy, love, and business success. And I have learned that my life's work now is to help other business leaders see that the former paradigm of ruling from fear doesn't work anymore. We need to rule from the heart, which is a place of acceptance and unconditional love. This love is much more than hugs and kisses. It is truly caring about the happiness and success of other people, no matter what happens. It is seeing how we are alike instead of focusing on our differences. Today, I will be speaking about a new paradigm that I call leading with truth and heart. Let me tell you about my hero. And I know a lot of people find this surprising. Mickey Mouse. Yes. Mickey. But come on. He's a master salesman, a great entertainer, and a senior citizen who gives validity to 70 is the new 30. Mickey moves world leaders and my 1-year-old great niece. I worked with his staffers on the Epcot project back in the 1980s. Every time Mickey entered the conversation, negotiations improved. I was really shocked in 1987 that people in China knew him. One day, I was wearing my Mickey t-shirt, and people would stop, point, open into big grins, and say, "Milaus." That day, I realized that my hero was truly a goodwill ambassador to the world. What I love most about Mickey is that he's able to bring a smile to people of all ages and all cultures without saying a word. What a guy. On 9/11/2001, I was returning from a vacation in France when my flight was diverted to St. John's, Newfoundland. We waited on the tarmac with 30 jumbo jets for 14 hours while the local people prepared for 5,000 unexpected guests. They turned their brand new hockey arena into a mini Ellis Island. We only had the clothes we were wearing and our purses or wallets. These Newfoundlanders opened their homes and their hearts to us. They named us the Airplane People. For 5 nights, I slept on a bench in a Salvation Army church with 300 of my new friends. Members of the church worked their regular jobs and then came to prepare and serve us home-cooked meals or provide transportation to Walmart for clothes and supplies. 2 nights, when morale was particularly low, their orchestra performed concerts for us. In a very scary and confusing time, I was a refugee in another country, but I was never afraid. St. John's is a beautiful place with amazing people. Being assigned to the Salvation Army Church is one of the great gifts of my life. These wonderful men and women and thousands of other Canadians were unsung heroes. Their generosity and love changed me forever. Thank you for watching my video. I look forward to exploring the opportunity to bring more heart to your next event and your organization. Are you ready to motivate your executives to lead with truth and heart?